Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I wanted to talk about why is solo leveling so popular. Now, let me just start off by saying I love solo leveling, but I am curious why it's picked up so much steam. If you look at solo leveling from a distance, it's not very special. It doesn't do anything extraordinary. It doesn't do anything new. Rags to riches story for a protagonist in a world full of monsters is about as generic a basis for a story as you can basically think of, especially for an anime. So why has solo leveling for years, ever since it was a light novel to when it was a manhwa, and especially now that it's an anime, been so popular? And why has it become the face of anime in recent times? Well, first thing is, solo leveling just does a lot of things right. The story, while it's not and never was really in-depth or very fleshed out, but on the flip side of that is it's very straightforward, meaning it's really easy to follow. I don't have to read word 4 times over before I understand the meaning. I don't have to watch every anime episode over and over to make sure I pick up every dialogue and watch every minor frame movement to make sure that I pick up something that's going to happen 4 episodes from now. All of it just flows very easily, giving it a really simple timeline. I don't need the protagonist to be constantly giving me plot points that they only know of. That's like another really big piece. We are just as confused as Sung Jin-woo is as to what's happening. We're all learning about the system together. His level progression, his new strengths, his new abilities. It doesn't feel like he knows a lot and he has to explain it to us as dum-dums the entire time. We're on this journey together. We're all confused. We're all trying to figure this out. Another is that it's simply an underdog story, which, like it or not, people love. Humans love the underdog story. David and Goliath, the Mighty Ducks, Sung Jin-woo. We just like it. We like rooting for the little guy. We like seeing ourselves in the protagonist. Because we all have areas in our lives that we want to change and we want to do better. Whether you have a boss you hate and you wish you could just tell him to piss off and quit, or you know you should go to the gym, or you hate one of your teachers and you don't want to do your homework, and you want to tell your parents, I don't give a shit about my grades. Whatever. We like feeling like the protagonist is just like us because we want to level up. We want to get better, get smarter, get stronger. You know, we all want that on some level or another. On that point, the manhwa has a lot of really, really iconic lines which make us feel so badass, so cool, so engaged. The artwork for the manhwa and the animation for the anime has been brilliant. They don't leave much to be desired. They just do fantastic stuff all the time. Now, I want to be really clear. There's a couple of things I wish they would change in the anime. I wish they would slow down the progression a little bit. Feels like it's moving really quickly. I get it. It was kind of the same way in the manhwa too, so they're not really to blame. They're changing the timeline of a couple of things, which I'm not super against because I think in the long term that would probably make more sense, not less. But, you know, it just on a personal note, I wish they would slow things down a little bit more to allow us to digest it a little bit better, especially for anime onlys, but I'm getting off topic now. The artwork, again, was just phenomenal in the manhwa. Despite everyone crying about Beru in recent time, on that note, really quickly, the animation for Beru looks just fine. You guys are pearl clutching so goddamn hard. The animation is gonna look good. This is Beru before his evolution. It looks fine. It's gonna look great, guys. They've done a great job. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt, okay? Sorry, back to the point. Another major point I wanted to talk about is in the later part of the series, where Sung becomes really, really powerful. His enemies still give him a good fight. Everything still feels life or death. Everything still feels like the stakes are really high. It doesn't fall into the common problem of weak hero at the start becomes powerful and is now just one punch man. It never devolves into that. And lastly, Sung Jin-woo is very non-polarizing. The consequence of him kind of being a blank slate without too much personality, which is just objectively true. I'm sorry, you can hate me on that, but it's just true. He's kind of a blank slate. He doesn't, we don't know too much about him. He's kind of just fights and not really anything else. He cares about his family is like his biggest trait. Like, that's not exactly polarizing or anything. It doesn't alienate anyone. Everyone can relate to him. No one feels like, I don't like that type of character. His primary characteristic is fighting and strength, which is cool, and everyone wants to be part of that. And yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to talk about it. I've kind of thought about it for a long time, why solo leveling has been so popular, because, again, there's a lot of really, really cool manhwas that are really more fleshed out. The world building is a lot better. Tower of God, for example, is really, really good. but they all have like their own subsect of problems that alienate people. Solo Leveling, on the other hand, is so plain, so vanilla, everyone can kind of enjoy it without alienating people. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about it. Hope you guys enjoyed. See ya.